January is usually filled with new intentions, routines, goals, and habits. It's the month that we kickstart a new year, and whether that is on the 1st or the 25th, it doesn't matter as long as we show up. So today I wanted to share 3 habits that I will be sticking to in 2023. Now these aren't random habits, they're carefully chosen because I know that more than anything else in my life, I was craving balance between leaving my job and attempting to switch to a whole different career, moving homes more times than I'd like to discuss, being present in my marriage and our goals as a couple. And trying to keep this life in perspective, I knew I had to slow things down to stop the burnout. Atomic Habits is a gem of a book, ladies, and it's committing to atomic habits, marginal gains, tiny improvements on a regular basis that equals to long-term success. Not trying to do the most in all areas and feeling exhausted and unable to move forwards. And trust me, I have been there. Consistency is what transforms average into excellence, so they say. And you know, my goal is sometimes to be excellent, but mostly just to be better, like a little bit better in each of the key areas of my life. So with all of that being said, here are my 3 habits that I am committing to repeating daily for the whole year. 1 is for my physical health, 1 for my spiritual health, and a 3rd for my mental health. Let's start with journaling. I have been writing in a journal on and off for years. I think my first entry dates back to 2005, and there is something incredibly freeing about pouring out my thoughts onto a page. I honestly feel like it's therapeutic to the highest degree. However, in recent years, journaling has also become fundamental to my productivity. Sitting down, pen to paper, writing my to-do lists, and thinking about what goals are important to me across different areas of my life. How can I improve my relationships? How can I find and create a fulfilling career? What do I want to work on to have a healthier lifestyle? All of these areas are covered, and monthly I set 4 goals, and also not just setting the goals but the steps I'll need to take to achieve them. I love using the prompts in this particular journal to reflect on my week and the best part of each day. And also every day I pen 2 to 3 sentences summarising what happened in the day or jotting down a beautiful memory. This simple habit has increased my happiness levels by enormous amounts. I honestly don't think I'll ever not journal, because whenever there is a week here or there where I leave this little book, I feel so lost. So I'm going to be continuing this habit to journal, however that may look like and in whichever format that I wish to use. The next habit is rebounding. We've got a habit for my physical well-being. I have struggled to find a fitness routine that I love, and I have tried a lot, from Chloe Ting intensive workouts to runs around the local area. I've even braved the gym a few times over the years, but nothing has really stuck. That is until I was introduced to rebounding by my mum and her sister. A rebounder is a fancy term for a mini trampoline, and when I first saw my mum's, I didn't think much of it, but it took just one 10-minute bounce for me to realise how super fun this thing actually is. I loved it so much I asked for one for my last birthday, and I can honestly say that the only negative thing to this is that I can't somehow shrink it down in size and take it with me whenever I leave Dundee, because I really miss it when I'm not home. So I won't go on a tangent about why I love this so much. I'll save that for its own video. But did you know a NASA study found that 10 minutes of jumping on a trampoline is the equivalent of a 30-minute run? So this month I found myself splitting my 30 minutes of exercise of rebounding into 3 10-minute pockets. I'll pop on a YouTube video or an episode of a soap, and my only rule is that I don't stop moving while I'm on the rebounder. I can be walking, marching, bouncing or jumping, they're all acceptable, but I have to keep moving for those 10 minutes. And the amount of energy I get from these mini cardio sessions without working up too much of a sweat, it just feels like a huge life hack, and I would repurchase this thing in a heartbeat if it were to break. Rebounding has had a huge impact on the second half of my 2022, so I will definitely be continuing this as a daily habit in 2023. And last but certainly not least is the habit for my spiritual health, reading Salah on time. This one definitely feels the most personal to be speaking about, so please cut me a little bit of slack. I know that as Muslims, our routine should be created around Salah and not the other way around. However, it can be very easy to stack up the Salah till the end of the day and then make up a lot of the prayers. I'm certainly not judging anyone, and I know each of our journeys are so individual, but for me this year, I want to try and shake that habit off and instead read as many of them on time as possible. There is no two ways about it. When you pray on time, your day just goes better. The sense of peace and fulfillment you have from meeting your daily obligations in Salah is unmatchable. It's always really shocking to me how incredibly easy it is to do this during Ramadan, and I find myself each year thinking how crazy it is that I struggle so much with reading them on time every single day throughout the year, and I'm really not proud of this by any means. I'm starting with what is more manageable and committing to praying the 3 middle prayers on time every single day, and I intend to build it up from 3 to 5 inshallah by Ramadan. I want this year to be the year that I have the best relationship with Salah ever. I truly do. So a few things I'm doing to work towards this are using a Salah tracker, having Salah timings on my Apple Watch display, and mostly changing my mentality towards it. When you first start becoming more consistent with your prayers, it can feel difficult, but if we think about it as a chance to check in with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as well as a chance to build our akhirah, it becomes much more meaningful. And let's face it, we all have 30 minutes out of 24 hours to build those palaces in Jannah, inshallah. So those are my 3 habits I'm committing to remain consistent with throughout 2023, which means that even if I do have a bad day or fall off, I pick myself up again the next day and go again. Having only 3 habits makes the act of daily repetition achievable, and each habit has an outcome that I really truly want. And I'm the only person who can create these positive changes because it's my life and I'm deserving of having a great one. And that is why I'm going to start showing up for myself a whole lot more, but in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming. This is not about trying to change your life overnight. This is about small, consistent steps repeated daily that will lead to a change greater than I know I can even imagine right now. I know it, you know it. So my question to you is, what are 3 habits you will commit to this year to be the best version of you by December 2023? And just a side note, if December 2023 seems way too far away, bring your goalposts forward to mid-year or even the end of March. Note down your habits, actively implement them into your daily routine, and then reflect weekly on how you feel you've done with each one. You've got this, girl. Good luck. And I'm looking forward to catching up and checking in with you guys soon. Bye.